any ideas about what some middle or high school students, what they might do in their communities to make to kind of make things better for the local wetlands and ponds and streams and for their watershed in general?
Yeah, that's a great question. The first thing that comes to mind is that there are no limits to who can make a difference. I do think that like citizen science is something that has so much potential. It's a win-win, right? Scientists can only study a small area, and we're limited by resources. But if we get the public interested in asking these same questions, then all of a sudden the scope and the ability to look for generalization expands. And so I think the most important thing with citizen science is just what is the question? And so once the question is clear, then we can properly collect the data that will help us to actually answer the question. We do this. We're planning this for third graders. One of the questions we're asking is why are some communities more susceptible to diseases than others? And what we're going to do is we're going to generate content using technology, art, working with our collaborators at the PBS, the local PBS channel, to teach these third graders how to dip net, how to sample. And then that data is actually going to go into some of the research that we're doing. And it's super nice because, like I said, we can't physically, my team can't get out there to sample all of these ponds. But these third graders, if properly trained, and we intend to make sure through our resources that they have the ability to do the same things. Ecology is not hard. It's really just about the questions you're asking and the techniques to answer them. So there are many citizen scientist programs. There, one that I know off the top of my head, it's amphibian call monitoring program.
Mm-hmm.
And so people can learn how to recognize calls, and they can go out at night and basically help survey a pond. What is there? When are they there? And that data goes directly to the groups that run that. There are groups that look at birds. We're going to be doing there are programs like bioblitzes where the community can come in and help us identify organisms that live in watersheds. So it's lots of different ways that people can get involved. What can they do? I think it's important, similar to what the philosophy we have in our lab. Sure, you get the details and you get the information, but what is the next step? How do you then communicate that? And I think there are plenty of ways to do that, from things like science fairs to social media has been an incredible tool. That my students now prefer TikTok, which I'm learning more about that as these platforms are changing. Instagram, they'll post things like cleanups or group data collection. So there's a lot of opportunity now for people to get involved in many different ways, regardless of what stage they're in.